couple things you might want to check when inspecting a Defender that the AI doesn't know or won't tell you. So when you inspect the Defender, first thing to check is the rear crossmember. It's, for lack of better words, the rear bumper. It might look okay from the outside. Where you actually need to look is from behind it. So you put your head in between the rear wheel and the opening of the wheel well, and you look where debris from the rear wheel builds up inside the rear crossmember. That's where it tends to rot. Other than the other places that are known corrosion points, which are lower on the car, one that is often overlooked is the upper part of the bulkhead. This area here, look for corrosion, repairs, soft spots. When inspecting a Defender, look for the courtesy light function. They almost never work, even on the restored ones, so if it does work, it's a really good sign. With the interior, the mounting shroud of the instrument cluster bezel is almost always cracked or has the connecting points that are cracked. On the interior, you want to check that the headliner is not sagging too much. Being made of compacted cardboard, a little bit of sag is okay, but it shouldn't be completely disconnected. When inspecting specifically a TD5 engine Defender, although they're very reliable and a lot of fun to drive, they have an issue that can come out of the injector wiring loom. The oil from the injectors can slowly creep its way back into the wiring loom through the copper wires and ends up inside the ECU, causing all kind of troubles. So inspect it, check, make sure that it's dry. Here inside the car, in front of the gear lever, there is a black plastic panel that is the cover of the fuse box. Take it off, look at the general state of the wiring. Very often it's a mess back there, and if you see any signs of mud or dirt, that is a sure sign of heavy off-road use. On the TD5, the engine often has a black plastic cover on it. That might be missing, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because with time, the insulation gets soaked in oil and becomes a fire hazard. So a lot of people make do without it. Another thing to check on any turbo Defender is the state of the turbo. You want to have a cold car so you can start it and see what comes out of the exhaust when you first start it. A little bit of a puff of blue smoke is okay, but if it smokes continuously, that is a sign that it's tired. Same thing if you can drive the car. If you go on a flat surface on a constant speed, give it a lot of load, meaning like tall gear, a lot of throttle, and see what comes out of it. A little bit of a black smoke is okay, it's just a diesel, being shoved in, but blue, whitish smoke is a sign of a tired turbo. In the end, nothing wrong with AI. It will help you create a checklist of the main things to look at, but specifically when it comes to Defenders, they're very quirky cars, so having knowledge of the various models, their iterations, their weaknesses is paramount to avoid issues.